going to take a look at a 1968 Ford F250 camper special. Should be right around the corner here. I might be purchasing it. Let's take a look. I've only seen pictures of it thus far. Ah, there it is. Cool.
And didn't you put the front with the hooks,
Yeah, I see that.
I built that.
Yeah, you made that. Because we used to...
Did you pull it behind an RV, or or did you use it for plowing?
Water. And I thought that when my dad built one, he had a 68 as well. And when he did it, and years later we got this one, I'm going to put the boat in the water, and
oh, right.
Weird, so that's why there's two.
That's a great idea.
One's 2-inch, one's 2 7/16 or whatever it is. It didn't have a rear bumper on it, so I just used some angle iron to get that out.
Doing there.
Well, because it had a camper shell on it.
Oh, right. And that's why the mud flaps on the back. Colorful Colorado, right?
The camper stopped here, so
right.
We had carpet here and worked out real well. And then we got rid of the camper. I kept the steps.
I'm so excited to get this truck home. Bought this beauty back in early March, non-running for $500. Worked on it some there at the previous owner's place, but I couldn't get it to stay running. There's my truck. Then more Colorado snowstorms, then COVID-19. Now it's May, the snow is gone. The curve is flat, and I finally got it home. Time to dig in. And remember, $500 is just the first step. In my case, the tow home was $125. It's going to need a new windshield. That's another $270. A set of tires is going to set me back another $1,000. You get the idea. Okay, let's see if we can get it running. Okay, that's where it's going to sit. That'll work. Well, it's green, just like Kermit. And there's a Kermit in here, just like Kermit. In fact, there's two Kermits in here. I will name you Kermit the Ford. Kermit the Ford. Okay, checking for spark. Let's see what kind of spark we get to the plugs. That worked. And it started that time. Let me mess with it. Okay, the previous owner said that it had run on old fuel. Maybe that's why it won't stay running. So I'm going to try to knock loose the carb float needle and see if that'll do it. Okay, time to try something different. Okay, so I'm stumped. Maybe I should review. Okay, the previous owner had replaced the distributor, the vacuum diaphragm, the vacuum tube from the distributor to the carburetor, new spark plugs, new distributor cap, I guess, and rotor, new spark plug wires, a new coil, and it still won't start. I mean, it could be the top end, it could be a rod. I don't know. Okay, maybe it's time to rebuild the carburetor. Maybe there's too much gunk in there. I had noticed, I went through the whole system from the fuel line, from the fuel pump back, and there's no filter on there. He said a few years ago he had replaced the gas tank. You can see the new lines on here. In fact, it looks like they've bypassed the bed tank. And there's no filter on there, and there's no filter in line in the frame. I looked from front to back. Okay, I can't figure it out. I have no idea. I'll rebuild the carburetor. I mean, it's got to be that. It's got to improve it, right? There's got to be gunk in there. There's lots of videos on Autolite 2100 carbs on rebuilding them. I'm not gonna do one here. I'm just gonna go ahead and rebuild it, and then I'll get back to you, see how it goes. Okay, carb is rebuilt. It's a brand new day. It's sunny out. Maybe that's good news. Let me just go ahead and hook up some linkage, and we'll try and start it up. Alright, throttle linkage is on. Let's go ahead and test it. Come on, it's got to work this time. It's got to be something else. Okay, I'm stumped again. What is it? It's got to be fuel, or it's got to be ignition. Maybe it's something that we had already gone over. Maybe it's something that was replaced before. The previous owner and I had done a lot of work. We replaced the vacuum line from the manifold to the brake line. We checked the fuel pump to make sure that it was pumping fuel. We took the line off of the carburetor. Wasn't that. It was pumping fuel all over the top of the manifold. Worked on the points. Reset those. The distributor was in the wrong position. It was off by like one tooth. So I guess it could be something ignition wise, but we reset that and set the timing when it runs a little bit. So what is it? A friend of mine, John, he suggested that the condenser might be the problem. I said the condenser had been replaced with the points. He said that the condensers, this cheap Chinese junk, that's the only thing available for the condensers, you know, $7 part, can go out even when they're fairly new, and it could cause symptoms like this. Okay, maybe I'll try that next. Because I already tested the coils. The coils work great. There was the new one that the owner had put in, and the old one that was that he hadn't taken out. Both of them tested to spec, so maybe the condenser? Let's try it. And by the way, here's the carb kit I got. It's one of those Walker kits. Installed real easy. Again, if you want to do something like that, there's lots of good videos on YouTube where you can, you know, figure out how to do that. Okay, let's, there's the condenser. Small cylinder here. Okay, that's out. Ooh, it's got a blue wire. Cool. That means it's better, right? That means it's going to fix my entire engine, right? Whatever. I mean, look at that distributor. That thing's brand spanking new. Well, only a year or two old, but it looks good. Can't be that, could it? Oh, that was one of the things we had checked too. We had taken the distributor out, looked at the gear on the bottom to see if the pin had sheared off. Nope. It was just fine. Distributor seems good. I don't think I got that on there all the way. Okay, good. It'd be crazy if it was a $7.21 or whatever part. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, I'll shut her off and cross my fingers. Okay, first start attempt number 36? 37. 40. Here, look. Did I get it? Was it the condenser? Was it the condenser? Smoke's clearing up. Yeah, it's really clearing up. No way. It was the condenser? No way. That's the best it sounds. That's the best I've ever heard it. Let me kick down the idle. Hold on. Okay, choke's off. It's idling too high. I mean, I haven't had it running. Rebuilt the car. It did have the two air fuel mixture screws out at 2.5 turns from all the way in. So when I rebuilt it, I got it at 1.5, just standard for now. That's sounding better. It's not all the way warmed up yet either. Okay, that's the longest it's run. Okay, I gotta drive this thing. Okay, I drove it around the block. It did great. Was it just the condenser? No. That carburetor was dirty. There was clogged jets. It was that. It was the vacuum lines. It was maybe the distributor from before. And then maybe the last piece in the puzzle was the distributor. So this is a great truck. That 390 is running. This is going to be my shop truck. And I'm going to continue to fix it up. So this is my first episode. There's going to be lots more to come. Bang on that subscription button because I'm going to be doing lots more videos, lots more episodes on this truck. Thank you for watching and stay tuned. More episodes to come.